And welcome back to another episode of your favorite show here on YouTube, The Lounge. Today is Friday, and you know what that means. It is Friday's favorite. That's right, Friday's favorite. Now, I was planning to do a cigar today that I really enjoy, and we have done a combination review. I think we did it with whiskey a couple weeks back. It was, I'm not going to name it because today we're focusing on the cigar that we're doing today, but I was going to do a previous cigar. We had done it, and I was like, you know what, I could find another one. And so I was like, you know what, let's do a Padron. We haven't done a Padron on Friday's favorites yet, so I ended up picking the Presidente, the 1964 anniversary Presidente version, or iteration of that series. I have smoked it before. Don't really remember. I did like it when I tried it. I mean, like, it's hard not to like a Padron because you know exactly what you're gonna get. You're gonna get full flavor, great construction, like an overall good cigar. So gonna go ahead and try this one. So you know how the dealio goes: sight, smell, taste, construction, and then R rating, or experience, like where you would smoke this, do this, and all that good stuff, and then the ratings. So without further ado, here is Friday's favorites, number 7. We've been doing this 7 weeks already, ladies and gentlemen. 7 weeks. Doesn't seem like a long time, but it kind of is a long time. I don't know. Well, hopefully we'll be here for another 70 weeks, and so we're going to try and keep this going. So today is the Padron Presidente. Sight, light brown, looks and feels dry a little. Not dry in the sense where it's like not humid, because I am pressing on it. It's nice and ready to be smoked. It was inside my personal humidor, so you already know that was kept up to tip-top shape. It feels like sandpaper in a way. It looks like sandpaper also as well. It's just looks like a very prestigious. It does look prestigious, like the similar one that we just smoked the other day. I think I did say it smelled, or it looked prestigious as well. But this one it does look prestigious. It looks matured. I'm using the same words over and over again. Looks like a good cigar. I mean, like, you know what you're getting with Padron. So, like, I don't want to say they look bland, but a lot of their cigars look very similar. Like this compared to the number 35, I think it is. Number 35, this is just cut like that, and half of it looks like a 35. So a lot of, at least the ones that we carry, box pressed. This one's box pressed as well. Looks good. Nice and long. I think it's like a 52. It must be like a 52 length. Doesn't say it here, but it looks like a Toro, so, and a little bit thinner than a Toro. Good length. This just looks like something you would be wearing at like a wedding or something, or one of these, like, high profile events or something like that. And the label says imported, handcrafted, Padron 1964 anniversary series, and then the serial number on this one is 206543. So if this one falls apart, Padron, you know which one it was. So 206543, that's the serial number. I think it's cool that they put a different one through the quality control testing and all that stuff. So sight, kind of bland, honestly. I'm not really getting a lot from this. It looks like like it reminds me of like champagne or like the 60s, driving around in a 1960s. Oh, well, it is 1964. That had nothing to do with how I just came up with that, actually. But it does remind me of like driving down in like a 1960s Corvette, or like, one of these old model cars that people drive now for fun, antique cars, something like that. Seems like something they would wear. Wearing a Guayabera, definitely a white Guayabera, olive green pants, like the one I usually always wear, like this color pants, maybe brown pants, and like a white Guayabera, something like that. So I guess for what they're going for, it does look good. Now smell, this is what I'm interested in. Smell and taste. Oh yeah, smells old. Yeah. Huh. Wow, that's oof. Just the smell is strong. As lots of spice. I'm getting lots of pepper on the nose. Wow. Mmm. Hmm. Cinnamon in a way. Cinnamon and licorice. Getting licorice, cinnamon, and old. I guess licorice is what smells old. I guess it smells like old people. Oh my god, licorice. Like, you cannot like, you can see my face, the agony, if you're watching this, if you're listening to this on the podcast. Just know that if you were next to not next to it, but like if you put this cigar up to your nose like I do every single episode, then you just take a big sniff, like, wow. It's hard. It's a little hard. It's a little overwhelming, the amount of spice that I'm getting from this. Really matured tobacco is what I'm smelling here. Really, really matured, nice fermented. Wow. Smells really, really, really full of flavor. Really full of flavor, but like tobacco flavor. Like in the, like you guys know I hate saying that something, like obviously the cigar smells like tobacco, but this just smells really, really, like really aged, really cured tobacco, like really pristine tobacco. And then of course the tobacco that smells also like licorice and cinnamon in a way. Yep, that's what I'm getting, boldness from it. So I think smell, that right about does it for smell. Still sniffing, my bad. Mothballs too, just old in general. So now we're gonna go on to taste, see what this tastes like. Straight cut as usual. I've gotten over giving the whole spiel about giving the straight cut, but in case this is your first rodeo here at the lounge, the reason that we do the straight cut is because it's one, the most basic, so new beginning cigar smokers, beginners, they could give it the straight cut and not feel overwhelmed by the V cut, which does amplify the taste and the drag and everything about the cigar, really enhances the flavor of the cigar. So it might V cut might be too much for a beginner. And then on the other hand, I am at a loss for words today. The punch suppresses the flavor and kind of like suppresses the cigar, so it might not feel it might feel too bland, or it might not be what they want for even a beginner or anything like that. So that's why we do the straight cut here, and that's why we are about to light it using the straight cut, using our Eagle Torch lighter, which yesterday, I don't know if any of you saw that, I was actually looking for it. I couldn't find it. It was over at the lounge area. Not the lounge, this is the lounge, but we are inside Gable Cigars, which has a lounge, a mini lounge over there, right over there, with I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's over there, and there's a TV and stuff. So I guess I had left it. I didn't prepare very well for that yesterday's episode or something. My bad. But I had to use the handy dandy Exactus lighter torch, which did a good job. I mean, single flame, turn on the cigar, which is really at the end of the day all you need. All right, let's go ahead and try this. Kind of scared. Early in the morning, something like this is gonna my day up. Right off the bat, good drag. I'm getting a phone call. Give me 1 sec. All right, don't worry, guys. I am back. My friend's coming for the World Cup, so that's why I had to stop recording there. He also brought water for the fridge that we had run out of water, so he was kind enough to bring us water. Shout out to my boy Nestor. You can follow him on Instagram at Nestor9960. And let's get back to the review. This has been sitting here for like 2 minutes, so I'm gonna head and puff on it, give it a little bit of life again. Yo, what's up, my man? So many interruptions, jeez. I guess I should start doing the taste part, right? No way this guy's gonna walk into. You know, like, I always try to get here early and film up, but today I woke up a little late. You know, World Cup is here. That's why my friend is coming over. I'm excited for the World Cup, but who are you guys going for? I guess that's the question of the day if you're still watching up to this point. Answer this in the comments below. Who are you going for? If you're in the U.S., unfortunately, you know, I'm in the U.S. too, so we don't have a team representing us there. When I'm recording, why? Why do you do that when I'm recording? Come on. If you're not a part of the... If you're in the U.S., obviously we're not a part of the World Cup. I want to know who you're going for, you know, in the World Cup. So, question of the day: who's your team this year going into the World Cup? But let's go ahead and get into taste. So, the Padron, I've been smoking on it. It, you know, burning pretty evenly. What else do you expect from a Padron? Flavor-wise, I am getting a lot of flavor. Haven't really thought about it because I've been back and forth, you know, with all these interruptions. But let's go ahead and get right into it. So let's try and really harness the taste that the Padron cigar is trying to get to us. Right now I'm getting fruit, but not like berries, not like cranberry or raspberry or something like that. I'm getting like something like tropical, like mangoes maybe, or papaya. No, not papaya. Mango, you know, peach. Peach isn't tropical, but something sweet like that. Mango was the first one that came to my mind. I got a lot of pepper at first on the taste, which is something that you would expect. I got it all at first. Now it's kind of settled in. Not really a lot of wood, maybe a little. Specifically cedar, not oak or any of the other ones. Oh, cedar. This is a strong cigar with a lot of flavor. And I don't normally, I wouldn't normally recommend, oof, it is strong. But you want to be, this is like for those matured smokers. This is one of those, I've been smoking for 30 years and I know who I am and I know what I want out of a cigar. Because it's giving you a lot in a small package. This isn't like I was going to say another cigar's name, but this isn't like other previous ones we smoked here on Friday's Favorites where, you know, the ring gauge is huge and they just show it to you. This is elegant, elegantly prestigious boldness, elegantly bold. Wow. It is. It's a cigar and a half, bro. Let me tell you this. It's a cannon. But considering what I just said about who I think this cigar is meant for, I definitely see you driving down the street in your Corvette, in your 1960s Corvette, you know, 1970s Corvette, 1972 Stingray. I think that's the one that one is. See you driving down the street around town, whether it's here in Miami, up in Portland, wherever you are, smoking the cigar with the top down, wearing your little Cuban hat, the ones that we have back there. I don't know if you can see it. Those, your Guayabera, nice olive brown pants, your nice Cabana shoes. Enjoying life and being like, I'm successful, and this is definitely like a Sunday afternoon, maybe midday to afternoon cigar. Wintertime, I don't know so much because I do get a lot of tropical vibes from this. The mango. I did get mango. That's weird. I've never gotten mango in a cigar, but that's the first thing that came to my mind when I tasted it. Now, our usual plug, I don't know if you guys knew this, but we do have an Instagram. You can follow the channel at thelounge.media on Instagram. And then the shop, Gable Cigars, also has an Instagram. That one's pretty simple. That one's just at Gable Cigars. So you want to see what we're doing and what we're up to, I would go ahead and follow both at Gable Cigars and at thelounge.media. What I'm doing right now is taking a boomerang for the story. And it keeps coming out bad, unfortunately. I'm trying to get a perfect shot of the cigar and its burn. And you want to see all the cigars we smoke, all the different things that we have on sale, just be a part of our community. I would highly, highly, highly recommend going on Instagram and following us at thelounge.media. That's where, I spend a lot of the time in between recordings and in between, episodes, stuff like that. That's where I am a lot of the time. That's probably the best bet in being able to communicate. There's private direct messaging and all that good stuff. So it's more one-on-one than just sitting in front of the camera. It's more engaging, I'd say, like back and forth. You could ask me questions. I could reply. You could like our pictures. I could follow you back. It's like see what you're up to. It's not a one-way where you're just seeing what I'm up to. I could also see what you're up to. So it's a nice time. At thelounge.media, at Gable Cigars. I'm going to give it a few more posts, see if I get any more notes of anything else out of this, and then I think I'm ready to rate it. It's a really good cigar. It's just strong, really strong. And I guess a little bit of like nuttiness in it. Yeah, definitely like walnuts. Not pecans. No, actually pistachio. Pistachio. Pistachio, licorice. No, not licorice. Pistachio, mango, and cedar. I think is a good culmination of this. And I already told you the experience I think it would be best served in is driving down the street in my 6'4", fucking them bitches, closing the door. I don't know the words. But yeah, driving down the street, afternoon cigar. Definitely have a meal before you have this. Yeah, I had a meal about an hour ago and wow, this is still so heavy. But definitely afternoon cigar, post-lunch, an hour, 2 hours after lunch. Driving down the street, the highway, going full speed, just puffing on this and enjoying a long 2-3 hour drive. So I think it's a good cigar, highly recommend, and I'm ready to rate it. And so for the seventh iteration of Friday's Favorites right here on YouTube on The Lounge, thanks to Gable Cigars for, of course, providing all the cigars we always smoke here. The official rating of the Padron 1964 Anniversary Series. Presidente, my boy Nestor, just walked in right on time for the official rating, which is an 8.3. 8.3 is a solid 8.3. It, I'm going to be honest with you. Really good cigar. I'm not sure if that's the highest score. Of course, you'll be indicated right here on what the last high score was, if this was the high score. And if it is the new high score, then you'll also see the previous high score. Well, if it's not the high score, you'll also see the high score that's up there. So 8.3 from the Lounge. Great cigar. Great look at this construction. And the taste, phenomenal. Bold flavors. Got right off the bat, you knew what you were getting. It's a Padron, so you already know that you're going to get a great construction and you're going to get a consistency. So you could pick the cigar up here. You could go to, Kentucky, pick up the Padron in Kentucky, and it'll still be the same exact cigar. You're going to get A, consistency, B, great flavor, and C, great construction. Consistency, of course, Padron. So, going to puff on it because I did like it a lot. Either way, that about does it for this episode of The Lounge. Today was Friday's Favorites, June 15th. And again, I already plugged the Instagram, Gable Cigars, at thelounge.media. You could subscribe to the YouTube channel if you liked watching this video and you want to see more content from us. If you're listening to this on Apple, Apple Podcasts, Podcast Pockets, or wherever it is, I would go ahead and favorite our station so that you can be updated when the newest audio versions come out of the show. Also, if you didn't know, there's this app called Anchor.fm. It is a podcast station app, and you could create your own podcast. That's where we do it. If you're listening to this on the podcast, you're going to hear the commercial after this because they are the ones that distribute us to all the other podcast apps. So they add a little plug for themselves at the end of the episode, which is fine by me. I mean, a lot of hard work goes on their end to make sure that our episodes are ready and available at all places. So I would highly, highly, highly recommend going and downloading Anchor.fm and following us on there. That's I think I'm going to do a lot with audio in the coming future. So thank you so much for staying tuned to this episode of The Lounge. If you like what I already did that part. Thank you so much for staying tuned, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow for Social Saturdays number 7.